What's up, guys? It's another beautiful day here in Florida, and I'm here at Mercedes-Benz of Bonita Springs with this beautiful 2021 Mercedes-Benz GLE 350 4Matic. By the way, if this is your first visit to my channel, my name is Matt Samolski. I'm Matt the Car Guy. On this channel, I do car reviews. Now, a few months back, I did the GLE 63S. If you haven't seen that, I'm going to link it somewhere down here below, and check out that video. Also, if you like to watch car videos and listen to me talk about it, so consider subscribing to my channel, smash that like button if you like that video, and welcome to Matt the Car Guy family. So I'm going to take you on the tour of this vehicle today. We're going to check out the exterior, interior, get inside of it, play with some cool and interesting features of this car, and finally I'm going to take you for a spin. So if you're ready, let's go. Well, guys, as always, we're going to start right in front of this vehicle, but before we get to this particular one, let's talk about the GLE. What is a GLE? It's the Mercedes-Benz midsize SUV, and the GLE started its rebadging basically in 2000, I believe 16 or 17. Before that, it was known as Mercedes M-Class, ML to be exact. Now, the MLs was designed basically for the US market. It was in 1998, and it was produced only in America, in the United States. As a matter of fact, in the plant, in the museum in Alabama, they still have the very first one that rolled off the production line, and you might have seen it in the movie like Jurassic Park. So, I mean, this was the ML. GLE is a successor for it, and they did it because they renamed all of their models based on the platforms that they're manufactured on. So, for example, a GLA is based on the A-Class platform, GLC on the C-Class, E on the E-Class, and S on the S-Class. So that's how the Mercedes model names badging, that's what it refers to. The last letter is the platform that it's built on. Anyways, I have this vehicle running. Hopefully you don't mind a little bit hum of the engine, but it is another 90+ degrees day in Florida, and I want to make sure that the cabin is nice and cool, so when I get in there, I'm not going to cook. But let's take a look at the design in front. I have the lights on so you can see those double eyebrows, so typical for the Mercedes-Benz, and the fully LED lights. Those are LED high performance lights. They also available the active lights, which actually bend. This is not this one. And I don't see any fog lights on this particular model. And basically it's very simple. The hood, nicely sculpted. It does have those two pronounced lines in the middle of the vehicle, and the ones on the side that end in the A pillars right here. It has a little bit of that matte black right at the bottom of here, chrome trim piece, and look at this huge Mercedes star. Now this one is also equipped with the driver's assistance package, and that's where a lot of this driver assistance technology hides. All the sensors, not all of them, but most of them, hide right behind this huge Mercedes star. Now the grille also right here, look at this cool design, a little bit of chrome, a little bit of the matte black, like the mesh behind it. It allows for the maximum air to get inside of this engine and allow for the maximum cooling of it. So very nice, very classy design on this vehicle. Of course, you do have the Mercedes-Benz star. Now, you've seen most of the Mercedeses, they used to have this emblem that was sticking out of the hood Right now, I believe it's only the S-Class that is actually available with that. Everything else is flat on the hood itself. So let's pop the hood and let's see what hides underneath here, because this is the basic engine. And this is the biggest difference from what I used to work at Mercedes, because they were only 6 cylinders. Now this one is 4-cylinder engine, 2.0 liter engine, turbocharged, 255 horsepower, 273 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission, and this one is a 4Matic, which means it's an all-wheel drive. Nothing too crazy about this engine compartment. You see a little bit of a trim piece right here that looks like carbon fiber, but it's only a carbon fiber print on it. And then you see the notches right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. That tells you that it's a 4-cylinder engine. Mercedes star right on it, and this is it. Let's move on to the side. Well, let's check out this side profile of this vehicle. It's nice, it's sporty, it's elegant, just like a luxury SUV should be. So when you take a look, there's nothing crazy. I mean, there's really 2 body lines, one on top, one at the bottom in here. It does have some cladding around the wheel wells, which I'm not sure if this is a standard equipment on all these cars, but some of them, some of the higher end models will have it color coordinated with the rest of the body. Now this one is equipped with the 19-inch wheels, nice multi-spoke design with the all-season tires on it. It also has this running board, that's fixed running board. This one is not lit, but also available with the lit running boards. It does have a blind spot assist on the mirror. The mirror cap is the color of the vehicle, and it does have the LED turn signal that's built in here. Now this one has a keyless go, which means you can lock and unlock the car. Now the car is running right now, so most likely it's not going to work, but it has a sensor on the outside and the inside of the door handle, and you can actually lock and unlock the vehicle without having to push the button on the key. Lots of visibility, as you can see, nice big windows. And then we'll move on to the back of this truck. All right, as far as the back, I mean, it's simple, it's sporty, it's luxury. I mean, there's nothing too crazy about it. Starting on top right here, you have this brake light, LED brake light, windshield wiper, GLE 350 4Matic on the other side. Nice LED lights starting right here in this quarter panel, nicely wrapping around into this back gate. Chrome piece in the middle, chrome piece right here on the sill to well, I'm not sure if it's a good idea to put the chrome, not to scratch it, because that's exactly what's going to happen to it. A little bit of a chrome accent at the bottom. And 2, now are these are fake. These are fake exhaust tips. Yeah, it is a 2-liter engine. Okay, the real exhaust is hidden, but this adds to the sporty design of this vehicle. Now there's a surprise inside of here, and let me show you what it is. The gate can be opened several different ways, obviously the manual way on the remote and inside the cabin. And here's the surprise, because this is new. Okay, under the last few years the GLEs has been available with the 3rd row seat. Now it looks like an emergency 3rd row, it looks like kids only, and it probably is, but it's also good to have it just in case you need it. So let me get you a close-up look to see how much space is inside of this back compartment right here. All right, let's get up close and personal with this area right here. By the way, the interior, it's called macchiato. This is the color of it. It's a very light, kind of beige, grayish color. Nicely complements that Mojave silver on the exterior. But let's get back into here and let's start right in here. There's a little storage compartment that's basically only for your cargo cover. As you can see, it fits nicely in here. Right, so how do the seats fall down right here? Is it power? No, it's manpower. So basically all you have to do is push it down. There's a little plate frame that comes from the Mercedes for the states that are required, and now we have some room in here. Now it also has a little bit of a light in this cargo area, and it has buttons to fold down this middle seat. So let's see if it's gonna work. Now I do have some stuff on here, okay, but let's see, it's doing it. Okay, so something is in there. As I told you, I do have some stuff in here, so it actually detected it and it didn't fold all the way in, but you have the idea of how much room you can have. Now it is a 60-40 split, but if you're folding it, you can only automatically you can only fold down that 60 or the 40. If you did it manually, you can actually do basically 40-20-40 if you like to. So that's the back of it. Let's get inside of it and let's see how much room there is. Okay, so let's talk roominess in this 2021 GLE 350. Now I do have some room in front of my knees, and that's because the seat backs are nicely sculpted to allow for more room in here, and I'm going to show you a close-up of it in just a little bit. Now, are those seats movable? I don't see any adjustments here. Oh, here it is. Okay, we can move the seat back. Oh, wait a minute. Now I got plenty of room. Look at this. I moved the seat back. All of a sudden I have about 5-6 inches of space in between here and the seat in front of me. As far as the rest of the interior, I'm gonna let you check it out with me together, and we're gonna take a peek in the back seat. I'm not gonna attempt to sit in here, but at least you'll have an idea of how much room there is there. So let's check it out. All right, let's start with the door. Now what's nice about this, that you have your seat controls just like the front seat right on the door here, and right behind it you can see this natural grain walnut trim, this macchiato beige leather red or MB text basically in here, some polished aluminum door handles, and this one is equipped with the Burmeister stereo. This is the higher end stereo on the Mercedes. Let's take a look. You have a Mercedes-Benz logo right inside of here, and this is a two-tone interior, black and this macchiato beige. Now as far as the seats, see the difference between the right seat and the left seat? That's how much room it has. That's how much room it can travel to adjust the back. What else is here? You have this little armrest with the storage right on the inside of it. No cup holders here because they don't want you to have drinks with you when you're driving, so you don't spill it on this nice beige interior. What else you have? You have vents, you have a regular USB and the USB and the 12-volt adapter in here, and then you have some storage compartment right on the inside of here. You can also put something in here, whatever you choose to. But this is the back seat that I was telling you about. This is how sculpted it is, so even if you are closer to the seat, it allows you room for your knees, and it does have this cargo net in here. Now how do you get into the third row seat? Now you fold the seat down, there's a button right on top of the seat, and basically you just press it. The seat does all the work for you. Okay, it allows you to get inside of the back seat. And let's check this out. Now these are small seats. Okay, this is not a full-size SUV, and you know, if you really needed to, you can probably fit an adult in there in emergency situations. It wouldn't be, you know, a very comfortable drive inside of here. But what else do you have here? What's interesting, that you do have cup holders right in the middle console here, as well as you have the 2 USB chargers. So if you have 2 kids, carpooling, anything like this, this is a great option to have. All right, before we jump in here, let's just hear the sound of the closing door on this Benz. Love it, absolutely love it. A very nice solid thump. That's so typical of Mercedes-Benz. And let's take a look at the door. You have 3 memory seat controls on both sides. So you have 1, 2, 3 memory seats. You have seat controls right here, Burmeister stereo. Now this one has heated and ventilated seats. Let's turn on those ventilated seats before I get inside of here. Window controls, mirror controls, lock and unlock, a little bit of a storage space in here. You have your gate opening right here, and then you have your lumbar support controls on the bottom of the seat. Take a look at the seats. They're nicely, kind of like almost sporty seats, but the bolster are not too close together, so you'll have enough room for, even if you're not as thin. Now if you look at this side of the steering wheel, console, basically you have your light controls. So you have your fog light control. So I guess this is part of that LED. You have your dimmer right in here, and this is your regular lights controls. And here you can set them in for on, auto, daytime running lights, and then you have your emergency parking brake to set up in here. Now, as far as the steering wheel, you can see the steering wheel, the heated steering wheel control right here, and then you have basically a tilt and telescoping steering wheel up and down. Great option in here. Let's check out the rest of it. Well, all right, let's check out the interior of this 2021 GLE. Now, I love this MBUX. I love those two dual screens. But before we get to it, let's take a look at the steering wheel. Multi-function steering wheel. If you have been into a Mercedes-Benz in the last few years, you'll know exactly how to use it. So on the left-hand side, that basically controls the left portion of that screen. So that's where your gauges are right here. The right-hand side controls this big screen right on the side. So let's go ahead and take a look at a few functions that are on here. So first of all, you have your cruise control, your adaptive cruise control, and then you can set the distance between you and the car in front of you. And you can see this is how you set it up. You can't set it up right now because it's not on. Now this is your home and back button, and this basically, see, it controls everything in between. This little touchpad, you go up and down, you go sideways, and then you press to select. So I'm not going to go through this entire presentation of the MBUX because it would literally take hours, but you have all custom settings. I like Mercedes for it because they truly give you the ability to customize everything on the screen. They are the most customizable manufacturer as far as I've seen, and I've tested a lot of cars. Now a lot of them have different pluses and minuses, but this is the most comprehensive one that I've seen. So you have the assistance, phone navigation, trip, radio, media, design and display, and service. That's what you see. Now you can even change the design of the display that you see inside of here to your liking. You can have classic, which is this one. You can have sport one, which is this one right here. It turns a little bit red and yellow, and you go back to the design screen, and again you can choose and see what you like. Understated and progressive, those are the other two choices, and standard displays. That's basically it. So in the middle of here right now, you can have the miles per hour, your speed. You can have the consumption if you'd like to. You can have the constant, bonus from start. So basically coasting, acceleration. So this gives you the kind of the breakdown of your trip. Okay, this is your trip again, A and B, and the full screen. You can have this display right here. So this is a different display. Again, you can customize it to your liking. You don't have to stick with what's preset for you. Now what else do we have here on this screen right here? Let's take a quick look and let's see what you have. First of all, you can control it several different ways. This is another thing that I love about Mercedes-Benz. It allows you to control it through, like I said, this little trackpad on the steering wheel. It allows you to control it by touch. So you can do it all by touch. You don't have to do it through the trackpad if you don't like it. Or you have this very comfortable and centrally located trackpad right here. And turn off the radio, and this is basically have your palm rest, and this is how you control it, just like your mouse on the computer. So let's take a look. Again, this is basically the same menu as you can see, with a few additions like the comfort. This is basically your seats, your lights, seat kinetic, seat heating balance, reset. So you can change that. Ambient lighting, like I said, we're not going to go through all of that, but you know, you have different colors. There's like 64 colors that are available in here, and you can always, like if you get lost in here, here's your escape button or a back button or home button if you want to go straight for the home menu. So information screen, again, vehicle engine consumption, even the operator's manual is online. So as far as the engine you can see right here. So you can set this up right here. You can actually see of the performance of the engine. So on the left hand side, see in the middle right here, horsepower that it produces, right on top of here, that's what it's going to be. Then the pound-feet of torque, that's when we drive, that's what it's going to show in here. Then now the voltage of the batteries right here, the PSI in here, and then you have your temperature, gear temperature right here. So you have your transmission temperature, and then you have your oil temperature, engine oil temperature on the other side. So I mean, you can see all of that. It's actually pretty cool while you're driving to kind of take a look at it and see. Vehicle settings, again, multiple options for your vehicle settings. Now this one it gives you a quick access, so that's basically your safety feature. So electronic stability, you have this manual shifting on or off, and the shifting is because you have those nice cool shifters right here. Parking sensors, you have basically, this is your stop and go assist off, this is active steering assist, this is descent assist, right? Then you have your interior motion sensor on or off, tow, car wash mode. Basically you can start it, and then what happens, what it does, it mirrors folded in, parktronic off, rain sensor off, rear wiper off, sliding sunroof closed, windows closed. So when you do that, it automatically does everything that you would normally have to think about when getting into the car wash. Media, okay, great system. Burmeister is really sounding good. I can't unfortunately demonstrate it for you. This one is equipped with a navigation system, so you can see where we at right here in Bonita Springs, right on 41. Visit those guys up if you're looking for Mercedes-Benz. Great group, great dealership, and great inventory selection. Take a look at the bottom of here, this nice walnut trim right here. This is, by the way, this is real wood, and this is not shiny. I love it. And I love the vents right here. Some of the Mercedes-Benz, I wasn't too crazy about those round vents. I like these, they're not oval, they're kind of rectangular vents. Then you have your shortcuts basically for your climate control. And take a look at this middle console right inside of here. When it's closed, it looks like one piece. You open this up and you have cup holders, you have your wireless charging, you have your two USB-C ports right here, and the regular power outlet in here. What else is here? This doesn't have the cooled or heated cup holders, but some of them do, and it's nicely combination of this macchiato ambitex contrast stitching right here, grab handles on both sides. I'm not sure about the purpose of it, but they're here, they're pretty cool. And then this palm rest right here, the middle console, the middle trackpad, you have basically, you can go shortcuts, so you can go arrow right, arrow left. You always have the back button and the emergency home button. On the left hand side right here, you have the dynamic, that's where you shift your driving modes. This is your parking assist. Then you have your shortcuts basically for the quick access, we just went through that. And then you have your favorite button, which you can program basically. Now telephone, radio, media, navi, map, that's pretty much self-explanatory. And let's take a look at what driving modes are available with this one right here. So you can have, just like most of the Mercedes-Benz, individual, where you can actually change it yourself in certain aspects of it. Then you have sport, comfort, and eco mode. Those are the modes that are available on this GLE 350, and we're gonna check it out in sport and comfort while I take it for a spin. And I'm about to do that. Just one quick last look throughout the interior of it. Love the combination of the colors, the layout of the dashboard. Now this is just a trim piece right here. I thought it was a vent, but it's not. Still nice. Big speaker right on top of here, and then we'll go back, and these two screens are absolutely amazing on this Benz right here. What's going on up here? Now this one doesn't have a panel roof, it just has the regular sunroof, but it opens up nice. Okay, doesn't have this big windscreen like some of them do, and it gives you just a little bit of room You can also tilt it up if you'd like to. Okay, like this, and that's it. Other than that, you have your lights, okay, that you can turn on or off. When the doors are open, you can turn this feature on or off, rear lights and the reading lights. So that's basically your light control and your sunglasses holder. And this is it. This is your interior of this GLE 350. Let's see how it drives. Well guys, I'm almost ready to take this for a spin, but as always, let's just talk pricing just for a second here, because you know, I did the GLE 63S, well over 125,000. I think that one was closer to 150, and this one is less than half of it. So basically this one's about 66,955, so just almost $67,000. Very nicely equipped. I'm going to make sure to put all of the features in the description of this video, which this one has, but I want to tell you of where they start as far as pricing. So for 2021, the GLE 350, which is the one like we're sitting in right now, it starts at $57,250. That's the 4Matic SUV. Now there's other models that are available. Now you have the 2000 and the GLE 350, then you also have the GLE 450, which is a 6-cylinder engine, 62.5, that's starting MSRP, and the GLE 580, which is 78.9. So basically different equipment, different engine options. Now you have, like, I'm looking at the power of the GLE 580. That's about as close as you can get to a 63 without actually going into AMG lineup. So 255 basic horsepower for this one. The 450, which is very popular, I know right now, 362 horsepower, and 483 on the GLE 580. Okay, check it out on the Mercedes-Benz website. They really do have a nice configurator which you can basically build your own vehicle, or check out dealers' inventory in your area. Check out Mercedes-Benz of Bonita Springs. I know inventory is tough this year with a lot of models. They still have a nice selection, great group of people, so check them out. Let's take a look first of all at the rear view camera, which has always been the best in any of the that I get in. The camera is absolutely incredible, and there's no difference in this one. So you have that top view camera right here, then you have your trajectory lines, and you can see the trajectory lines for the front and back. I can't stress how important it is to have it for the front. And then you have how many camera views. Look at this, 1 2 3 4 5 6 camera views you can have. This is the front of the vehicle wide, this is the front narrow, this is the 360, basically shows you what's on the side, rear wide angle and rear narrow view camera. So this is what the camera looks like. You also have this parking assist, so drive forward to search for parking spaces. Well, that would help if we were in drive. So let's see if it actually is going to find a parking space and help me park this car by itself. That would be really okay. So we found the parking space. Now it thinks, okay, so we're gonna do this, right? Please select parking space and confirm. Okay, you put it in reverse, that's what it tells you to do, and check entire surroundings. Okay, and I'm gonna let go. Okay, now it's turning in here. Now I don't have my hands on the steering wheel. I just want to make sure that we're not going to hit anything. Okay, well, really got us close, but see, hands off. Hands off, we're still close. I'm not sure why we picked that parking space. Okay, back up front. See, I'm not doing anything. The car is basically doing anything for me. Okay, one more time and it should do it. Now, this was a very complicated maneuver if you ask me, and it did it. Look at this, the steering wheel turns by itself, and it did like a, I don't know, 6-pointed turn in here, and here we go. Okay, so it stopped. Okay, there you go. That's fine. So, I mean, that's basically what this parking assist is for. I think it was a great demonstration. Let me know what you guys think about it. And this was a pretty tough one, actually. I didn't think that it would actually pick. We're gonna just remove it. Now I have it. See, cancel, take control of the vehicle. It just shows me, hey, okay, take control of the vehicle, which. So there you go. For all the skeptics out there that say, hey, you have to have like tons of room to get in there, I think we got within inches of, you know, hitting that car, and then the system was maneuvering it correctly. So, I mean, this is the future, ladies and gentlemen. This is the future of driving. As many of you know, if you don't know, Mercedes does have self-driving vehicles that are being tested. A lot of other manufacturers do. So, I mean, it's only a matter of time where you can basically get in the car and say, hey, take me home, and the car will do just that for you. And we're gonna take it for a quick lap around the neighborhood and see how it accelerates. What I gotta tell you though, first, that visibility is awesome. It's the power steering. I mean, you have the power steering. Sometimes you get in the car and it's either too hard or not strong enough. Now this one is basically a perfect combination of the power steering, the power ratio. So I mean, when you turn it, it's very accurate. I love it, especially like if you need to get out from those parking spaces, tight parking spaces in here. Also, one thing to point out, and I'm actually glad that we're going over those speed bumps in here, is the suspension on the vehicle like this, because even though, you know, I feel those speed bumps, and you know, I'm doing 9 miles per hour right now, so it's a slow speed, but I'm not like bouncing all over the place. It definitely has a great control as far as the comfort for this vehicle. So we're gonna take it on the road for a few minutes, and we'll flip it back and bring it back to those guys so they can sell it. So I'm in the comfort mode right now. I'm gonna switch it to sport in just a little bit to see what the difference is between the two, and we'll check out the acceleration. It's a 2-liter engine, 255 horsepower. So, you know, I'm not expecting, you know, tons of horsepower, tons of acceleration, but it's actually very nice. As far as I don't have mirrors adjusted, so shame on me right here. Get those mirrors up. Very nice, very smooth, very quiet. Typical Mercedes-Benz. Like, no, I mean, I don't have the radio on or anything like this, and it's like driving on the cloud. Very comfortable. I'm so pleased with this car. Now I'm gonna switch it to a sport mode, and we're gonna see if there is any difference in this. It should change the gear settings as well as the suspension settings, so it will be a little bit firmer as far as the suspension, and we'll see if that's gonna help with the acceleration as well. Let's check it out. There you go. Turning, by the way, great turning radius. Oh yes, you can feel that right away. We'll get up to speed. You know, we're in the 55 mile per hour and had no problem getting up to 55 miles per hour. right there and then. So awesome acceleration. Now, no wonder this is by far like one of the most popular luxury SUVs in the country right now. I mean, first of all, I mean, it's priced accordingly. It's priced within the same range as the Audi and the BMW. It's a little bit more than like Lexus and the Infiniti, but I mean, the enjoyment of the ride is there. So if you're looking at one, definitely check it out. Guys, pay attention to the middle of the screen. When I hit that, see how much horsepower it's generating. You know, it's changing constantly, so you can constantly monitor of how your car is performing. Right now I let go of the gas pedal completely at 0 horsepower, 0 pound-feet of torque. Basically the vehicle is coasting, so this is a pretty cool feature. Hey, one quick thing to talk about too is the gas mileage, because it's 22 combined, it's 19 and 26. So, you know, you might say, hey, it's not bad, but it is a 2-liter engine. It does feel like a 6-cylinder, so don't let it deter you from taking a test drive in a 4-cylinder engine, unless you have a full payload on this vehicle. If it's only you, or if there's 2 people riding in it for the most part, this is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a nice smooth ride, great acceleration, decent gas mileage, and some fantastic features. So guys, I will give this vehicle a huge 2 thumbs up. If you're in the market for a vehicle, definitely take it for a spin. You won't be disappointed, I promise you that. Check out the guys over at Mercedes-Benz of Bonita Springs. If you like watching car content like this, check out the rest of my channel. If you're a part of Matt the Car Guy family, thank you very much for supporting this channel. If you still kind of trying to decide, check out the rest of this channel, hit subscribe, smash that like button. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Cheers.